Hi guys, my name is Maggie Seavey, and I am the business owner and seamstress that runs So Divine. I wanted to give you guys a video that talks about how to um, do a hem for a Gothic Chasuble. It's kind of a mystery. It's a little bit complicated. It's not easy to discuss or explain, so I'm going to show you. All right, so the first thing you want to do, here I have my Gothic Chasuble, okay? And the first thing I did is I went ahead and I sewed my neckline together. So I put right side to right side. I sewed my neckline, and now I've turned it inside out. I clipped it and I turned it inside out so that I have a nice neckline here. Okay. Now that I've got that done, what I'm going to show you is I mark two spots. I always start in the back on a straight edge, and I mark two spots about 8 inches apart or so. Here's my two spots. I have them both marked with pins like this and like this. Okay, so you're going to take your first spot. Okay, everything lines up beautifully. I'm going to take my first spot and I'm going to turn them. See, I have my lining in here. I'm going to turn them in towards each other like this and line up my two pinned areas. Okay, so turn it in like this, and now I'm going to grab it. And this is where it gets messy. These other pin points here are going to be where I end. So I know that I've come to the end when I get back to these pinned points. So my beginning point is going to go here. I'm going to put my two pins together so I know I've got the spot right. I'm going to take them out. Now I'm going to double pin this. Okay? Now we're going to go this way into here, and we're just going to work our way around pinning this mess inside out. So it looks a little confusing at first. Let's see if I can move this around here. And I just line it up. I'm going to be pulling this, what looks like a big mess now, kind of inside out. All right, lining my curves up. Now, the other thing you can do is you can cut notches or mark spots on each seam to line up to make sure you're lining everything up properly. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to make sure that your lining and your face fabric are coming together the way they ought to. But I'm just going to keep pulling it out and around and pinning. So what I like to do is I like to pull it to where I see my center line. I go to my center line. And then I pin it. And then I work backwards to make sure that I've gotten this all pinned properly. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to pin this, and then we're going to do, I'm going to keep moving my way around, and I'm going to pin this, and then we're going to go to the next step. Okay, so I'm done working my way around the entire thing. As you can see, it looks like a huge crumpled mess. Don't worry, it's supposed to look like that. So I've worked my way back around to those two original pins I showed you, these, and then you can see my double pin where I started. Okay, worked my way all the way around here. Now I'm just going to do my final pin. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start at my final pin, and I'm going to now stitch going back the other direction. So I've pinned going one direction, and now I'm going to stitch going back the other direction. I'm going to take my heap over here to the sewing machine. And we're going to start with our last one. Now I do a 5/8 inch hem on these. Okay. And now we just start going. I like to take pins out as I go. Now I'm just going to meet you back whenever I finish sewing around this entire thing.